Thank you, Joe. What an introduction that was. I hope you don't mind if I walk down here and get a little bit closer to the people I'll be talking to this morning. I want to begin by representing Suncoast Toastmasters as the president and welcome each and every one of you, and especially congratulate each and every one of you for the accomplishment that you have just achieved and will complete within the next few minutes here. I also want to thank the parents because, number one, they care. By having you participate in this particular program, they have given you a gift that I don't think you may recognize fully for several years. It is an amazing, amazing gift, and when you hear some of the other folks talk about how they wish they had the opportunity to do what you have had the opportunity to do, and when you look back from that position, I think you'll realize how tremendous this has been. Now, I'm too old to be in the youth leadership program. You all are too young to be in the Toastmasters program. But we certainly hope to see you come and be part of the Toastmasters program as you continue. Now, Toastmasters creates an environment for personal mastery. And when I see the goals that you all have set for yourself, you are striving for personal mastery. And personal mastery is being as good as you can possibly be. You set your own personal standard for excellence. It doesn't have to do with what anybody else thinks is good enough. It has to do with what you think is good enough. And people will say, wow, you've done a great job. And that's wonderful. You're head and shoulders above everybody else. And in your heart, you don't feel like you've done quite as good as you can do, and that's okay. Because now you continue to reach your own standards and drive yourself to your own goals, and that's what's going to make you have a fulfilling life. So, the program is coming to a close. You're not old enough to join Toastmasters. So where do you go from here? I'm going to give you a couple of options. The first one is continue your path to develop your communication skills. There'll be opportunities every day. There'll be Model UN that you can participate in. There'll be speech classes that you may be able to take at your school. You might be able to participate in the debate club. But every time you have an opportunity to speak, continue to take those opportunities and prepare yourself and become better. What will happen during that process is you will find your voice. You will find what you truly believe in your heart to be who you are. The two aspects of communication you want to focus on are speaking whenever and wherever you can, and the other one that you learned here in the Youth Leadership Program, which is listening. Everybody's listening right now. I see all the eyes on me. So listening is incredibly important because that is a major part of communication. You just cannot have agreements if you're not listening and understanding to what the other people are saying on the other side. So that's very important. Communication, focus on speaking, and then focus on listening. The other key pathway for you is leadership. This is a leadership program, so continue to develop your skills in leadership. And when we talk about leadership, the first and most important thing that I learned as a leader is that you must learn. You must continue to learn as much as you can, as often as you can, reading books, listening to videos, paying attention to your parents, what they tell you to do. Like that, right? But learn, because learning gives you confidence. Competence gives you confidence. And people follow people who have confidence. If you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, you have a goal, and you all have some tremendous goals, and people will begin to join you, which is the second point, is alignment. When people believe what you believe, you all become aligned, and when you're aligned, you move together in the same direction, and when you move together in the same direction, you eventually achieve the results that you set out to achieve, which is the third one, results. As you continue to put energy and effort into the things that you do, focus on the result. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I have 4 sons. They're much older. My youngest is 21 years old. He's in his 3rd year of college. And when my oldest son was 9 years old, he decided he was really good at math, so he decided he wanted to be an engineer. So he continued on that path. He began to look at colleges and universities to decide where he wanted to go. By the time he was in the 9th grade, he knew he wanted to go to an Ivy League school. So we worked together, and what ended up happening is he came to me one day and said, "Dad, I need to take SAT 2s." I said, "What's an SAT 2? Now, I'd been to college, but I had no idea what an SAT 2 was. But because he knew where he was going, he knew what result he wanted to achieve, which was to be accepted to an Ivy League college, he looked at the criteria. And he said, these colleges, these Ivy League schools require SAT 2s. So I took him to take his SAT 2s. He had his heart set on Columbia. He got accepted into Princeton. He graduated from Princeton in 2007. He's just graduating from the Tuck School of Business at Dartmouth College this year in June. So focusing on those results that you want to achieve will help you chart your path and make sure you accomplish what you need to accomplish between now and when you achieve your goal. So, a couple of things I talked about. Where do you go from here? Continue to improve your communication skill. Continue to improve your leadership skill. Work on your learning, work on your listening, work on your alignment, knowing what you believe, and you always strive to achieve those results. Now, I'm going to close by saying, continue to decide to do those things, continue to strive, and we certainly look forward to seeing you in Toastmasters, clubs in the future, all over the place, and maybe among you, there will be a world champion in public speaking.